Hey y'all, welcome back to Sunflowers and DIYing. So we're going to get started with our first DIY. So this is just part of a wood frame from the canvas. I just took off the canvas before and I'm just using this part now. And then I am just going to take the antique wax, first I'm going to spray it down just so that the antique wax spreads a little bit better for me and just gets it going really well. And then I'm going to just brush it on with the paintbrush. And I just give it one coat of it all the way around the entire frame. I don't do the back because that's not going to be seen, and then also I'm going to be covering that, so I just worry about the front, the inside part, and then all the edges, and then that's it. So then I dry that right quick, and I'm going to use this calendar from 2022, and I'm going to use this one. It says On the Farm, and it's got this beautiful barn and sunflowers, and I thought this would be a fun, quick transformation for this. So you can use any image. If you find an image on Etsy or Pinterest or wherever, any kind of picture is fine. You don't have to use this exact. Again, my videos go out there just for inspiration and to get you excited about crafting, and then just to really help inspire you to, craft your stash, craft things that you have lying around, things that you may have not used yet or whatnot. So, don't overthink it, just have fun. And I'm just lining that up so I can get the pig out because it wasn't big enough, and I really wanted the word On the Farm and the beautiful sunflowers in that barn. And then it also has a little rooster over there at the corner. So I just trimmed all that out, and then just going to staple that to the back of it. So like I said, nothing fancy, just something fun, something to get creative with and put on it. And then and I'm just going to use a regular stapler. I haven't gotten a actual industrial, like, bigger one, but this one worked just fine for me. I guess maybe the wood was soft enough for it. I don't know. So just went ahead and did all of the across the middle, on both ends, just to make sure that I wouldn't get wrinkles. Then I'm pulling it as tight as I can, and then I just press down again on the stapler. I do end up getting a wrinkle, and you'll see how I fix that in just a minute. Really simple and easy to do and to make it happen. So just stapling that, and then there I'm just pulling it back up very carefully so I wouldn't rip, because there is a wrinkle there and I did not want that wrinkle to be there. So just taking out that one staple that I just put, and then I'm going to just, pull it tight again and then try again. And this time it worked. I guess I just got a little in a hurry or something, and it just didn't want to, that wrinkle just stayed there. So there's that. And then now I'm going to take these sunflowers from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just put a dab of hot glue after I take the stems off. I do remove those with some clippers that I had here. And then I just fluff out that sunflower petals, dab of glue, and then I'm just going to place that right onto the sunflowers that are already, I guess maybe those are supposed to be imitations of sunflowers. I'm not sure. But I liked these sunflowers better. I felt like it gave it more vibrant and a 3D effect and much more beautiful, fun looking to it. And then I add that last one there. And then I also found some bee ribbon while I was out of town, and I got so excited about that. This is such a cute ribbon. I hope that y'all can find it. And I feel like it just needed a little something else. I can easily take it off if I change my mind, but this is such a pretty ribbon that I just took one strip of it and put it at the bottom of it, and I just added a dab of hot glue at the two ends and then in the middle. Again, you can easily remove this if you did not choose to put that. And then I do take the lighter, or the not the lighter, anyway, I took fire and the matches, and just fringed or burned the ends so that it would not unfray on me. And then I'm just going to carefully put this all down, and I'm pushing down on it so that it would not show any bumps or anything like that. So there's that one. I love it. I think it's so cute. Let me know what you all think. Oh, and then I just added another, I guess it was a little loose there. So there's that one. Final, a better picture at the end. And then we were supposed to use a racetrack in this collaboration. So I took the Dollar Tree racetrack, and I took a screw and screwed it in with a washer. And then now I'm just taking some hot glue just to get those corners down. And then I'm just going to have this hold this, the corners down for me for a few minutes while I gather some other supplies and and thoughts of what I'm going to do next. So that's just going to sit there for a few minutes while I do all that. So I know you've seen a lot of different creators make the lanterns out of it. That is one thing that we were not supposed to make because everyone was making them. And so I hope that I got a little creative out of it. It was late. I was trying, and I needed to get this video out and ready. But I think it turned out really cute. It is definitely different, and it still is really pretty how it turned out. You'll have to let me know what you think. And I didn't even bother spray painting. Now you could totally do that if you choose. But this ribbon covered it fairly well. If you look at it closely, you can see a little orange peeping through. But all honesty, it's really not that bad. So I was like, well, there's no need to, do that right now. And then there is just a tad of hot glue at the beginning and then just a tad at the end. I didn't do any in between. So this can easily be taken off and reused for whatever, I may need it later on. Maybe I want to just take it off and reuse the ribbon or something. It can totally be done. I did not want to waste any product. I wanted to be very careful on how I did that because most of the time I am reusing my craft projects. And that's why you see me using just hot glue most of the time. Every once in a while, I'll do something else. So now it's there, and I'm just making sure that ribbon is extra secured, and I'm just pushing it on it just to give it that form back. Then I'm going to take some lavenders from another video that I already used these with, and I just pulled it apart, added some hot glue to tie this twine around it because I'm going to make a little swag for the bottom part of it. And then as you see, I'm just holding it right there with that sunflower on it. And I do end up adding some more greenery and different picks there. I tried keeping in as much as I could so that you guys could get to see it. So basically, you're doing it to your liking. If you like it more full, then obviously you'd add some more, color, more greenery, more florals. This was just fine. Just the one pick of the lavender on each side. And then 2 picks of the little, well, not really 2 picks. I just took those 2 little pieces of the greenery, the boxwood, and just attached it. And then I put 2 sunflowers on one side and then 3 on the other side. And I think it turned out really cute. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think about this DIY as well. Here in just a minute, I'm going to talk more about our collaboration and things like that. So the rule was, like I said, was we had the must-use item, and that was the cardboard. And then we also had to create something with the racetrack, and it could not be the lantern. And I think I did make that. I think I accomplished both ones. You definitely have to let me know which ones you think, which ones you like, and if I accomplished it. I definitely hope that I really did you well. Kathy Joe, I sure hope I did. I really wanted to. I was trying. My husband really helped me on this. You'll see here in a bit. Worked really hard on this just to make this happen. And at first, I wasn't liking the results. But then when I got the paint on it and got it really, touched up and made it more pretty, it looks great. So you'll see there in just a minute when I go to that project. So I sure do hope you love it, though, Kathy Joe. Thank you for the challenge. I absolutely had so much fun with it. Thank you. So like right here, back to this part, we are just going to attach this. And again, I did not glue this down. I wanted to be able to reuse it if need be. Even as a swag, it can totally be reused. So I just took some twine and I tied it here, and then I just wrapped it around the ring here. And then I just tied it at the end, or no, I glued it at the end, but I glued it on top of the twine so that if that's all I had to throw away was the twine. So, and then I do add another piece of twine here in a little bit to reinforce the other part of it, but I did not record that because I just showed you how to do it and I didn't think that I needed to do it again. So now I'm just going to make a quick bow. So this is the awareness bow. You just wrap it over itself, pinch it in the middle, and then you're just going to trim off your excess whatever you need and don't need. Then I use this clip to hold it in place, and then I was going to do another one, but I changed my mind. Now I'm going to use these 2 smaller ribbons to incorporate this in. I am loving the gingham with this sunflowers and the lavender. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I just do, again, a quick awareness bow, and then I'm just going to cinch it in the middle, and I do all the fluffing after I am finished. So again, I just use some twine and I just tie it around it, a super tight knot, and I do that a couple of times, and then I'm able to tie it to my ring here, my wreath thingy. I don't even know what we should call this. So my decor piece. So now I'm just fluffing it, and then I do dovetail it. This is totally optional. I just prefer it. I think that it looks so much more high end if I dovetail it, and I just enjoy that. So you just pinch it together half and half, and then you're just going to cut it at an angle. And then there it is. And then now I'm just going to fluff a little bit more. You can never fluff your bow too much. I mean, especially the more you play with it. It just, like, so now I'm just squashing it back down again. So I'll fluff it again. So just make sure you give your bow an extra good fluffing. And then you just tie it a few knots and it's secured and you don't have to do anything else with it. And again, you will see a closer up at the final reveal at the end. So stay tuned for that. So you can be able to see all the projects once again. And I'm just fluffing it again. So I did tie those bows together at the same time. So I'm just fluffing them and just making sure that you can see both of them and making sure they're both really cute together. So I think it turned out really cute. Let me know what you all think. And yeah. So all right, so back to our mystery cardboard challenge, y'all. There are so many creators. They all did an amazing job. So Kathy sent me her challenge. I sent mine to Rusted Willow. Then Rusted Willow sent it to 6 Kids in a Glue Gun. 6 Kids in a Glue Gun sent it to Rustic and Lace. Crafting with Kathy did Crafty Co. And then Happiness created and CJ DIY. And I am honored to be a part of this playlist. And thank you so much, ladies, for letting me be a part of this playlist. I will have each and every one of their channels in my description box below.
All right, welcome and thank you for tuning in today. We're going to be making a farmhouse end table, and come with us, follow the adventure, and see how it turns out. And thanks. Glad you tuned in. Here we got this beautiful piece of cardboard, and we measured it. It's a half inch. It's a half-inch cardboard. Now we found this in our church storage and are reusing this thing. And so I don't know where you'd find a half-inch piece of cardboard like this, but hey, but we're gonna make this happen. Okay, so I made a mark here. You see this corner is damaged there, so it's not straight and flush. So I'm starting over here. So we're gonna make this end table, just a 24 by 24 cutout here, and gonna put my tape measure right there on there, and then I'm gonna come over 24 inches over here, and I'm gonna make a mark, and make a mark over here, and so that represents 24. And then I'm gonna come down here. 24. And we're gonna make a happy mark here, and things right there. I'm gonna come down this side, make a happy mark over here at 24 inches. Coming down here, 24. All right. Then we're gonna just connect the line here with this happy little level here, and what a blessing that is right there. Oh, beautiful right there. Okay. I make a line.
And do all there. four areas.
All right, we're going to be making our legs 26 inches for this farmhouse end table. We're going to mark it right here at 26 inches. We'll come over here and just mark another 26 inches. And then we're going to draw a line here. We're using the tape measure there. So we're going to have 2-inch legs. And we're going to be marking this here, creating the 2-inch legs. 2, 4, 6, then a little happy little line over here, 8. There we go. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to do the same thing there. And that's already there at 8. So our last mark is going to cut into it. Try not to waste nothing. One not waste not. And so right there is the line. So we got that.
Then we'll just cut that, and we'll be right back.
We'll cut that. Yep.
And we're just going to do that to all 4 bottoms of the legs. This is just reinforcement. There you go. This is just the beginning, y'all. Alright, so this is leg number 2. Lining it up. And then we're just going to, well, he's going to staple it. And we're just going to do that to all the other ones as well. So we'll let you see it one more time to show you what we're doing. Or what he's doing. And there we go. And then he flips it over, reinforces it again. We're marking the border for our drawer. And then we're going to cut it out. This help us to get our straight lines. So we don't have to do it a couple times with the levels not long enough. So we're just going to do it this way. And it works just as well. Alright, and there it is. We will cut that back and be right back. Alright, so now we're going to do the base. This is our legs. We're going to attach a border around the legs. So you'll see here in just a second. He's going to go ahead and staple it in, and you'll be able to see. Alright, so we decided to go back in with some hot glue just for that extra, measures there. So I'm just going to put a glob of it on both ends, one at this end, and then he'll reinforce it with the staple. I'm going to go ahead, do it to the other side as well. And this is the Surebonder glue gun this is actually Surebonder's glue. Normally I would use the Gorilla Glue. This is what I have for this glue gun until I get some other ones. But whatever one you like, you go for it. Alright. Alright, and that's going to help reinforce that. So again, this is for the front part. I think it's the front. But you'll see at the end here, the final reveal. So we're going to take and put this in here. I'm going to lay the table part, the legs part, on top of this bad boy. And then we're going to do that to both sides. Fill the glue gun back up again. And I think it's starting to cool down on me. It's not wanting to come out as good. So make sure your glue gun's hot. Alright. I got this. You just level. I'm going to get in here. Might block your view, but get in there. How's that? Got it? Yeah. Alright. And we'll show you some more here in just a second. After we glued it, he took the stapler again, and he's going to give it 3 staples. And that's just reinforcing it. Although the glue is just fine, but it's cardboard, so we're just reinforcing it. And look how high this is going to be, y'all. I mean, this is a pretty tall table. It's going to be pretty exciting. Like I said, it's, you know, so far it's pretty sturdy for the most part. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, you can't go sit on it, but, you know, it's going to be fun. All right, so we just laid our table piece here onto this table and then on this board, and we traced the inside all the way around the inside, and then now he's going to take the saw and we're going to trim, cut all of this off, all of the marker off, and we shall return. We're just trimming it up. One corner done. Woo! All right, so now I'm going to go in with the hot glue, and I'm just going to come in here around my edge, and this is just to give it some enforcement right now. Get my glue stick. Just really just... And then you just... Oh, nothing, you're fine. All right, and then I'm just going to continue to glue around all of the edges, okay? All right, so all I'm doing is just taking some wrapping paper and I'm just covering the entire table, and I'm going to be spray painting it, but I'm hoping this will work. I just did not want to use, this is going to require a lot of like caulk and things like that, and I just didn't want to do that. So I'm just taking some wrap paper, giving it a good wrapping, and then we'll return in a minute. Oh, and then we did put a bottom shelf on here, and sorry, I forgot to press play while he was doing it. But all he did was he just traced around the corners here of the legs, and then just cut it out with the saw, and then we just slipped it right up on the table. So nothing else has happened except for burning my bottom, except for the you don't have to show me, except for the wrapping paper now. So we're gonna get right on that. I'm gonna finish it up and we'll return with some more updates. All right, so what we did was we got the whole bottom, the bottom and the edge covered. Now we're just going to staple this in right quick, the top piece here, and then we're gonna put our little doorknob here shortly, but it's gonna all get, I'm hoping this works. We've never done this before. Gonna give it a spray paint as well, and we're just gonna go from there, okay? So we're gonna attach the top piece.
She has just put the knob in the center of the farmhouse table.
There it is.
There it is.
So I'm going to use some, this is actually the Waverly chalk paint and ink. And I'm going to use this paintbrush, and I'm going to distress the entire end table. So I'm just going to pour a little bit out. And if you never distressed before, you just put some on your paintbrush and you just stipple it here to get the excess off. Hope y'all can see. I'm outside, so it's kind of hard to tell if y'all can see or not. And then you just go to the angle and you just add as much or as little as you would like. So I just like to start in the edge, the corners first, the edge part here. And this is, I forget the color actually now. So I'm gonna have to go get that spray paint can and show y'all. Alright, I'm gonna have to get a little bit more on it. Okay, let me grab that can of spray paint. So this is the one I'm using. I hope you can see it. It's satin Rust-Oleum 2 times Seaside. Really pretty color. All right, there it is. There's the top part, the bottom, and I got all the edges, both legs, inside and out. I think it's coming along, and I'm gonna add some other embellishment fun stuff, so I'll be right back. All right, so now I have some of this beautiful gingham ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and then obviously some hot glue. And I'm going to give it a trim right here. Just gonna put a little bit here. And we're just going to we're just going to line this whole edge with it, just to, I don't know, to bring it all together. We're just gotta dry. And it's getting really hot out here. I probably should take it inside. So let's and this is a pretty sturdy table. It may not look the cutest or the prettiest, but it's definitely sturdy. A little bit right there. And like I said, I'm just going to take this all the way around. Okay. I'm gonna go all the way around. Alright, so I forgot to press record, but I'm just going in and filling this with some caulk that we had left over at a property that we did up and stuff or whatever. And I'm just gonna fill in all of these holes so that it can go more flush. I didn't think about it sooner, or I would have done it before I gave it all a paint, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we got and make it happen. So I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So I hope that you enjoyed all of my DIYs, and I hope that I met the quota, Kathy Joe. I hope that you love them, and let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. I love them all. I think they all turned out super adorable. I will have the playlist in the description box below. Remember, be someone sunshine. Bye, y'all.